Let's talk about it. 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 On the field.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm so glad to see you here today. I am so excited about my guest. She's been here before, but she's got some new things going on, and I'm just so happy to have her here with me today. Hello, LaKisha. How are you?
Hi. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking. Multitasking.
Yes,
Sorry.
as
Hi, everybody.
always, as always. So, first of all, let me tell our audience, I was just mentioning that, you've got some new things going on, and I just want to share with our audience what's going on with LaKisha James. So, first of all, LaKisha James is the CEO and founder of Designer Events by LaKisha, located in Georgia. Designer Events by LaKisha specializes in international corporate event planning, event design, and set design for films and plays. She holds a degree in interior design and in management with a concentration in small business and entrepreneurship. One of her favorite personal quotes is every space is unique and you make it your own. LaKisha, Miss James is the recipient of the 2019 CEO on the Rise Award for Who's Who of Urban CEOs. She was nominated for the 2020 Talented CEO Award. She also serves as ambassador for Black Women Networking, better known as BWN. Miss James has co authored 4 books. Her first book, titled Wake Up Winning No Matter What, because losing is not an option, Volume 2, launched in January. Her second book was a multi author international book project titled I Am, Releasing the Shame of Narcissistic Abuse and Transforming Financial Property to Wealth Beyond Numbers. And that was launched in April. The book established Miss James as an international best-selling author. The third book, Overcoming Heart Blocks, Inspiring Stories for Healing from Trauma, launched in November 1st, 2021. Miss James is an ambassador for the women's organization Black Women Networking International. She is editor for Real Women Atlanta magazine. She was nominated for the 2021 Global Leadership and Philanthropy Awards for World Women Vision Awards. She is the recipient of the 2021 Global Leadership Award and was inducted into the Marquise Who's Who in America for 2021-22. She is featured in the 2021 Marquee Who's Who of Professional Women's publication. She is the host of Talks with LaKisha on I Am the Network. Ms. James is the former Atlanta chapter leader for the Global Women Empowerment Organization World Women Conference and Awards, and former executive director for Times of Expression and Refreshing Ministries. She's added Master of Ceremonies for events to her resume in 2021. She has emceed over 10 events. Ms. James signed on as the Director of Event Planning for the National Black Mastermind Group in October of 2021. And we're going to be talking about that. Ms. James is also an interior designer, mentor, and speaker. She is featured in the first and second volumes of Who's Who of Urban CEOs magazine, eventplanner.com, Voyager Atlanta Magazine, Shout Out Atlanta, Real Women Atlanta Magazine, and Wall Street Select. Oh my God, all of this. As well as an entrepreneur, LaKisha is also a mother of 2 and lives by the statement, with God, I am nothing. And he has equipped me with everything I need to be successful. Amen, amen, amen. Well, I am so glad you are here and I'm excited. And this is Black History Month, and I know with all your accolades and everything that you've got going on, you are Black history.
I am Black history. You see me, you
You
see Vera.
are
We are Black history.
Black history. Here
Absolutely, we
we
are Black
are.
history.
Amen. Well, LaKisha, you know what? I'm going to, even though I've given this great bio about you, I'm going to actually give you the floor and
Mhm.
let you share more and just talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. And when you see me pop back up, then we'll be in conversation.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys know, that was my short version of my bio resume. I do a lot more. God has actually opened up this opportunity in 2017 for me, of course, when I started my business, Design Events by LaKisha. And from there, my platform just grew. Like in the last 2 years, my platform has grown. And I'm just truly amazed at, what God has for me in my journey. And I like to tell people that your past does not define who you become or who you become in the future, because back in 2015, actually, no, 2012, I had a stillbirth. Yeah, I had a stillbirth, and I shared my story for the first time. I want to say maybe last month. I think I was the keynote speaker at the stillbirth event, and I shared my story for the first time. And I didn't blame God for what He had, taken my baby back from me. But at the same time, I was upset. I didn't understand why. But He did that for a reason, because without Him taking my baby back, I wouldn't have been able to impact the masses like I do now. He knew what my journey would become. And this is what it is. I mean, just in the beginning. I'm so excited about the journey that God has me on, just the blessing I'm impacting on a daily basis. And of course, I'm just loving life right now. I'm just starting. I have so much more to do. And hopefully, you guys stay tuned from the end, because Vera and I will have a great conversation.
Amen, amen, amen. Well, that is so awesome. And you being able to share your story about stillbirths and the things that you've experienced and gone through, our testimony is to help other people. And so for you to be bold enough and strong enough to share your experience to help maybe some others who are going through the very same thing, that is a part of your purpose.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
our
And I didn't realize that. Like, God give us bits and pieces. It's like, oh, now I get it. Like, I had
yeah,
an aha moment, like, oh, so this is why. And I'm not upset. My baby's from heaven looking down, excited about me, because she created all of this. All this she did is for her. Her name is Jossie Lee. So love my baby in heaven that's looking down. And all of this that mommy's doing is because of her. I'm able to do
yeah,
it because of her. So I'm very excited about that. My daughter's
and
in the
that is
background. I'm
she can
sorry.
say hi if she wants to say hi.
But
I
you know what, you like to
always
be
like
she like to be in the camera all the time.
yes, well, I love to recognize children. So bring her on. Let her say
Go be-
hi. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are you? How you doing today? Yeah, she looks just like you.
That's what they
Beautiful
say.
girl.
She's
She
seen it
does.
through. Mhm.
She looks just like you. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming on and being a part of what we're doing. Appreciate
Absolutely. I
it.
mean, I would be anywhere else tonight with you, but with you, Vera. Love to share my story. Guys, I love sharing it. Every time I share my story, I get something different from what I share, and different, people pick up something different. So
Yes.
I'm excited to be here.
Yes, and you've got all these books that you've written, and if you want to kind of talk about a couple of those, I know we talked about the I Am and the other book the first two books that you did that
Yeah.
when losing is not an option. I mean it just is
It's
not
never
an
an option.
option.
It doesn't matter what we go through. Losing is not an option. You
It's
wake up
not
every
an
morning and say,
option.
I'm a winner. Because you have to
Amen.
manifest that, you have to plant that seed, you have to affirm that in your life, that you are a winner. You can accomplish anything, because we're more than conquerors. But my third book launched last November, Overcoming Heart Blocks. I was a co-author with a very good dear friend of mine, Regeline Gigi Sabat, if you're watching. Hi, sister. So overcoming heart blocks, I shared my domestic violence relationship for the first time. I endured that when I was in high school, and I had suppressed it. So Gigi allowed me to have that platform for me to tell my story for the first time, and also by telling my story, I I heal from it. I empower people behind it because my story is not for me, it's for someone else. And I'm just excited that God chose me to live that so I could share with someone else because my voice, I'm the voice for the voiceless, you know. So by me sharing my story, someone else can relate to it. It's just like a domino effect. I impact one person, that
Absolutely.
person impacts another, and it's just like a domino effect. So definitely me sharing my story is still healing because, like I said, I suppress it. I don't think about it. But going through that actually made me the woman I am because at one point I was a control freak because I told myself when I went through that situation after I came out of it alive, I said I'll never be in a situation where I don't be in control. And I put on that spirit of control freak and it was like that for a long time. Recently, I want to say 2 years ago, I finally took my power back because I had to take my power back because I was living in the past, you know. And bless his heart, my first boyfriend, he passed on, but bless his heart is like I'm just so grateful that I made it out of that, and I'm just excited to share my story for the next person, the one that don't want to talk about it, the one that has suppressed it, but it's necessary to talk about it because your story is not for you, it's for someone else.
Absolutely. And I, because it was a teenage experience,
Hmm.
I like to kind of talk about that a little bit more because there may be some young people listening or some mothers of teenagers that may be listening. And so if you don't mind elaborating a little bit more, I know it's in your book and I want to encourage people to buy your book.
It's in my book. Can't tell
But
y'all too much though. Can't tell you too much.
right, because
But
you want them
I
to buy the, and where can they get the book as
absolutely,
a matter of fact?
absolutely. They can get the book in Amazon actually. Yeah,
Okay.
Amazon. Overcomer
Okay.
Heart Blocks. It's a
Okay.
red and black.
Overcomer.
Yep, it's a red and black book cover. You can get it there.
Oh,
And I think I want to say about 20 to 25 co-authors. We all share something together. I'm not sure if anyone else had wrote about domestic violence, but that what I chose to write about, just like in my Am book, I chose to write about another situation that I endured because my life is made up of many pieces, and it made
yeah.
me to the woman I am now. So every book that I co-write, co-author, and even my own personal books, I'm thinking about. Well, not thinking about. I'm actually going to publish 2 books from myself. Everything that I write about is a piece of my story because
Yes.
our story. We have many phases of our lives until we
Yes.
figure out who we want to become. And
Yes.
I'm still making, I'm still becoming that woman that I want to become. I'll go to
Yes.
God for that, of course.
Yes.
But
Yes.
with the teenage domestic violence, it happened when I was in high school. My very first boyfriend, actually, I thought I loved him, and then all of
And
a
how
sudden
old
one
were
day,
you?
I was 13. Actually, I was
Okay.
still a baby. Yeah, this was back in the 1990s. Now, don't try to go and calculate my age right now, but it
We
happened in
won't.
the 90s. Happened in the 90s.
You're still
But
a young woman.
still a young woman, gracefully, right? Aging gracefully,
Yes.
gracefully.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
but yeah, it happened in the 90s, and I stayed with this guy for 4 years actually because he told me if I left, he will kill me. Me
Oh
being
my
a young girl,
God.
thinking I'm in love, I
How,
stayed and endured the beatings.
well, how
And he
much
would get
older
so,
was he?
he was only 2 years older than I was.
Okay.
He was only 2 years older than I was. Not sure exactly what he was dealing with, not sure exactly what he saw coming up. But I kept it a secret. Like I suppressed it. It was like times I went to school where he would get jealous if I'm talking to another guy. He would just walk up and slap me.
Oh my
Yeah, he would. He
God.
would. And I
13
was so
years
ignorant too.
old.
13 years old. Yes.
Young
Yes.
women, hear this. No one deserves to be hit or verbally abused, physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually abused.
Absolutely.
And if you are a teenager and you are listening to this, please know that you are worth more than that. And
Absolutely.
know no. And as Eleanor Roosevelt, and I often quote her because this helped change my life. No
Mhm.
one can make you feel inferior without your permission.
I love
And
that.
so many times we allow people to impact on us with all the negative tapes that we hear and the behaviors that are against us that can make us feel worthless. And I
Hmm.
want you to know out there today that you are valued, you are special, you are God's gift, and no one should harm God's gift. So,
Absolutely.
okay. I didn't want to, I just needed to say that.
Hey, I love it. Hey, it's right on the same path. But yeah, I mean, she's right. It took me a minute, like I said, 4 years to endure all of that. And I just wasn't strong enough to leave. And I do understand why you're not. But like Vera said, you're valuable. You have to know your worth. You don't deserve that. No one deserves that.
No
So,
one.
with that being said, like I said, I took on that controlling spirit because I said I would not be in another situation where I could control. And I was a control freak. Like I had to control everything. It was either my way or the highway. And 2 years ago, it dawned on me like that's not who you are. It's like I have two failed marriages. Every relationship that I was in, I wanted to be the man because I was such a control freak. Again, what I endured in the past was impacting my future. So I had to ask myself, is this the woman that you want to be? You want a successful relationship, And I'm a woman, I'm a supporter. I'm not a man. I'm not trying to control anything. But I had to take my power back. Even though it's many years ago, it still has an impact on people
Yes.
years later because you suppress it. We
Yes.
don't talk about it. So
Yes.
me having this platform, being able to talk about my story, my peace, my joy, my happiness is here. And I want to encourage everyone to talk about it. Tell someone. Tell someone. Don't
Absolutely.
suppress it. You have to tell someone because it's healing for you.
It
Hey, if
is.
you need to
It
hook
is.
me, if you need to call me, email me, let's talk about it. Because I can definitely relate to what you're going through.
Absolutely. And having gone through some things myself, um, I know the importance of being able to get it out and share it.
Mhm.
And not to say, oh, poor me. No, but to help
Absolutely.
someone else
It's always about
that
helping
may
someone
be
else.
going. It is.
Hmm.
It's all about helping and making a difference in somebody else's life. And if what you've gone through, and I say gone through,
Hmm.
if what you've gone through, number one, you transformed as a result of it. And therefore, now you can provide the tools and some information and some encouragement to others who may be going through the same thing. And
Hmm.
again, young women, no one deserves to be treated with disrespectfully, called out of your name.
Hmm.
For me, someone calling me out of my name, I'm done. I have
Right. And
so
that's where and that's where it takes you. It's like you just can't because you've been there. You want to relive that. Because you
ab-
have triggers that comes up when someone says
yes,
something like it's a trigger.
yes,
I can't do that. I can't do the triggers. Nah,
right,
can't do that.
exactly, exactly. I was dating this guy, and he called me a knucklehead, and I'm like, oh, that did it.
Yeah.
Even though he said, well, I was just joking. Well, I'm a knucklehead when you're joking, but you get angry
Hmm.
with me, and I become all these other names, and
Wow.
so
Hmm.
I'm done. I'm done. I just don't. And maybe it's because having grown up being ridiculed and
Right.
told all kinds of negative things. I refuse. I refuse.
That's
And
why I say
and
with the
that,
triggers. It's the
the
triggers.
triggers.
Uh-huh.
Yes, yes. And the having those signs, the different
Absolutely.
signs, and if it's just a little sign, it may be cause to have a red flag. This
Absolutely.
is
Absolutely.
absolutely. And I know that you're involved in the Black Mastermind. I want you to share a little bit about that because I know you're very excited about that.
I'm very excited. So it started, I want to say last year. One of my former clients, I still call him a client because I'm sure I'm going to do some events for him later. But my client, his name is Kevin Vaughn. He's the CEO of the Black Mastermind Group. Hi, Kevin, if you're watching. He actually called me last year and wanted me to become part of the Black Mastermind Group. Now, the Black Mastermind Group is for the Black community. We're not able to walk into a bank and say, hey, can I have a loan for $1 million? Because we're not fundable. A lot of us are in business because we say we're in business, we want to be a business owner, but we're not profitable. And that's what the Black Mastermind Group, the National Black Mastermind Group, teach you how to be profitable, how to be fundable. And we network inside our Black community. So our goal is to have it's like 200 it's 212 212 major cities in the US, and 165 of them are Black communities. So we're trying to get into all of those Black communities because our community is important. We have to stick together, not when something happens like a protest or a riot. We have to sit together beyond that. So the Black Mastermind Group, we sit together. It's all about us. for us and by us. So it's definitely about funding. It's definitely about scaling up your business and becoming the better entrepreneur that you want to become. So
And how
again, I am the national, well, they call me the national admin and event planner. All event planners report to me within the United States. I'm very excited. It's actually taking me to another level. As you've heard with
oh,
my bio, I'm the former chapter Atlanta chapter leader for the World Women's Conference and Awards. And God gave me this position because He was grooming me when I was the chapter leader. My team depended on me. They grew me. I grew with them. I learned a lot being the leader of that chapter. And it's like God elevated me. He enlarged my territory. So it's like this is amazing that He thought so much of me to give me this. Use my client Kevin Bond to elevate me to the national event planner. So amazing. So amazing. Then shout out to the founder, Dr. Dinetta Watson. She's amazing, phenomenal. And again, look us up, the National Black Mastermind Group.com. We're looking for affiliate group leaders. We're looking for members. Definitely come out. We're having a roundtable discussion on February the 20th. Definitely sign up at the Black Mastermind Group / roundtable. / events. It's amazing. I think you guys will really love it. You don't have to sign up now. Just come and see what we're all about. Like I said, it's for us and by us. We're trying to make ourselves better in the Black community.
that's
Being in
awesome.
business, not just to be in business, being in business to make a profit. Like you want to say, hey, I want to go buy that Benz. Go buy the Benz. Get you some business credit. Go buy that Benz.
Well,
Buy that BMW. Don't just say I'm a
yeah,
business owner because you just a business owner. Make a profit. And then also scale up your business. Teach the next person how to do what you did so they could be a better
yes,
business person.
yes. Well, let me
Mhm.
ask you, is there a fee involved in the participation?
For the roundtable for the 20th, no, it's free.
Okay, and what about
Yep.
membership into the mastermind?
Yeah, so the leaders is $150 lifetime membership, and the members pay, I want to say they pay $150, and they have to pay monthly dues because we have monthly events. We have like the roundtable discussion once a month. We have like the leaders, we have a leaders meeting every month. We also have Ask the Expert, where an expert of a certain field, we could say like finance, come in and talk about finance. Any questions that you have, you can come ask the questions. They'll definitely get you to where you need to be. Very excited
That's
about it.
that's awesome. That's awesome. And so and there are monthly meetings or weekly meetings
Monthly,
or
monthly. Yes. So we right now we have about 18 affiliate groups, and of course Atlanta is one of them, right? If I can remember correctly, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Kansas City is where the headquarters is. We have one in Detroit, Savannah, Tampa. I want to say St. Petersburg. So we have them all over, right? Again, 212 major cities in the U.S. and 165 of them are Black communities. That says a
oh
lot.
wow, that
We
says
are
a lot.
out powering, we don't even know it. Okay. So definitely get involved. Link up. Let's connect. Let's get you guys to the next level.
Absolutely. That is awesome.
Mhm.
And you've received so many awards and congratulations
Thank
on those
you.
awards. That is so awesome. So awesome. Now, you're also the ambassador for the women's organization, Black Women Networking
Yes.
International. Can you kind
Mhm.
of talk about that? I want to kind of touch on a little bit of everything that you're
Mhm.
doing.
Well, hey, it's for Black women. They say Black women can't work together. We can't be together. And this is an organization that tells you, yes, we can. We can work together. We build each other up. We network. We support each other. And that's what it's all about. Black women working together. Black women working together to making
Y-
things better for ourselves. And I know a lot of people say, oh, it's Black women, women empowerment. We need that as Black women. We wear so many hats. We go through so many things as Black women. So we need that support by our fellow Black women. So
Yeah,
definitely BWN is the place to be. You guys can look us up. We've been, I want to say since 2009. We have Facebook group, like we have like 3,000, I want to say 3,000 people that's a part of our group. So we're not playing. We're trying to impact the masses as Black women and as the Black community.
absolutely. And I do want to kind of touch on a lot of times people say that women are so catty and that they
They
cannot
do.
work together. And that is a misnomer
Yes, it
because
is.
if there are, I mean, there are women that are in business, are coaches,
Mhm.
are entrepreneurs, and they do come together and
We
they do
do.
support each other.
We
And that
do.
is so important. And people need to know that instead of thinking that women can't get along. Yes, we can,
Yes, we
especially
can.
when we recognize the impact that we have on
Yes.
society.
Because that's power in numbers. That's power
Yes,
numbers. And when black women come together, oh my God, you don't know what's gonna happen.
that's the truth. That is the
Right.
truth.
And I'm talking about
And
something phenomenal. You don't know
yes,
what's
that
gonna happen.
yes, yes. And congratulations on being in Marquise Who's Who of Professional Women. That is awesome. That's phenomenal. And now
Thank
I
you.
know you're an interior designer as well. So let's kind of talk a little bit about your business.
Yeah, well, again, when I initially put together my business, it was going to be event planning and interior design because I love both, right? They're kind of like the same thing, but they're different. But with my interior design business, I love doing design. My specialty is renovations. I love doing bathroom and kitchen remodels. So I love that. And with the event planning aspect of it, I do corporate events. But last year, I started to dabble a little bit in social events. I've done a few social events and I kind of like it, really. But I'm still going to do my corporate events because I love my corporate events. I love my clients. They come one time, I get them year after year. And then, of course, the money continue to roll in, you know
Yes, yes,
outside
yes.
of the pandemic, still making the moves within the
Still making
pandemic.
it.
So,
I
yeah,
know that's right. I
yeah,
know that's right. That is awesome. That is so awesome. And you know, you've been through a lot. You've gone through a lot. You've really grown a lot. And so, what I would like for you to do is kind of share with the audience some tools and some things that you did to move from where you were to
mhm.
where you are now.
Pray.
I know that's right.
Whomever you pray to, pray. It doesn't even matter. Just pray and believe. And another thing that keeps me going outside of prayer is affirmations. You have to believe that you are that person. You have to believe that you're a multimillionaire. You have to believe that your strength. You have to believe that you're worthy. You have to believe that because if you don't, who will? And whatever you say, you're going to start manifesting that in yourself. You don't want to manifest anything negative because when you manifest something negative, people see that. They'll see that baggage. They'll
Absolutely.
see that worry. They'll see that stress. And then stress can become to depression. Who wants to be depressed? Nobody, because it's hard to get rid of that. So, affirmations, say that to yourself. Put them on your mirror, put them on your wall, put them on your phone. Everywhere that you look on a daily basis, put that there and start telling yourself that you are worthy. You are a multimillionaire.
Yes.
You are a leader.
Yes.
All of that.
Yes.
Start saying that. And don't forget to pray. I do that every day because
Oh,
without him, I'm
prayer.
nothing. As you said, as my bio said, without him, I'm nothing. He's the reason that this platform is here. He's the reason for all the glory that I get him on a daily basis. And every time I get an accolade or I do an accomplishment, it's all him. Because I
Yes.
always knew I was going to be a business owner. I just didn't know exactly what I was going to do. But I would never fathom where I am now. And like I said, this is just the beginning. I'm just so excited that
Yes.
my story is going to impact. And while I'm sharing my story, I'll be ministering to people as well because it's part of my ministry. Heck, it is my
Yes.
ministry.
Yes.
So that's why I'm so
Absolutely.
in love and impacting, changing people's lives, telling my story because again, my story is not for me, it's for someone else. And I'm glad that
Absolutely.
God chose me to live this part. Even from the past to make it to where I am today, I'm so glad that He chose me for this journey, that He chose me as a vessel because all glory belongs to Him. Everything that I
Yes.
do belongs to God.
Yes, yes. And people don't understand. He says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things will be added unto you. And that is so
Yes.
true. That is
Hmm.
so true. I want to go back to affirmations for a minute because there's maybe some people that may not understand the process of affirmations. In order for affirmations to work, first they need to be spoken as if they already exist.
Yes, they do.
And
That's why I say
and
I am present.
I
I
am.
am. Not
I
I will
am.
be. I am a
I
leader.
am.
I am strong. I am a survivor. Not I will be. I am present tense. And be bold with that thing. Say that thing in authority. Once you start planting that
Absolutely.
seed, definitely you're gonna start believing
Absolutely.
it. You're gonna start walking like you're gonna start thinking about it. You're gonna start talking like it. And people are gonna see a difference. Trust me. I've done it.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Oh, me too. I mean, I grew up with no confidence, no self esteem.
Hmm.
And when I started doing affirmations, the first one I did, and I would fall asleep saying, I am confident, I am confident, I am confident, because I wanted that confidence that I didn't have. And
Absolutely.
so by saying it and speaking it, and then you hear other people say, oh, you're so confident.
Yeah.
And
But they
so,
never know what happened to you to get to that point because it's work. It doesn't happen overnight. Trust
no,
me, if you
it
start saying
doesn't.
affirmations today, it may take you a whole month to start believing it for yourself, but it
And
will come to pass. Start believing
Exactly.
it. Continue to say it, even if you don't feel that way.
Yes.
Continue. I promise you, if you continue, if you stay the course, as they say, you'll see a difference. Absolutely.
Yes. Speak it every day, you know.
Hmm.
And when
Yep.
I was trying to build that confidence, I was saying it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, falling
Three
asleep
times.
saying it
Magic.
three
Yep.
times, each time 3 times.
Yep.
And
Yep.
affirmations are so important that I incorporate them in my training programs because I know the power that they
Absolutely.
have. And I've seen the results, especially in like 3-week training programs and things like that, and having those students say it every single day, standing in front of the group, saying it out loud 3 times
Hmm.
each time. I know the power. I can give you example after example of how affirming who you are, the difference that it can make in a person's life. So
Absolutely.
powerful, so powerful. Okay, so you've done affirmations, and what else have you done?
Oh, pray. That's all I do.
Oh, prayer.
Hey, that's my first thing before the affirmations. I gotta pray, gotta pray. Gotta let God,
Gotta
hey,
pray.
gotta let him know I
Gotta
thank you
pray.
in spite of what
Yes,
it looks like. Because it's not what it
absolutely.
looks like. What I
A-
see is not what it looks like. It's really not what it
ab-
looks like.
Absolutely. And what I want people to understand is, don't, like you said, don't let your past define your future. And in addition to that, w- just because things look the way they do right now, know that it's going to get better. Know
Absolutely. It's
that
only temporary.
you're going through this for a purpose, for a reason.
Yep.
God has something better in store for you. And and
It's
I mean,
necessary.
it's
As painful as
necessary.
it is, uncomfortable is necessary because where I am now, trust me, I had some trials and tribulations. Trust and believe. Like knocked down on my face praying. Yeah, it's
Yes, and
necessary. It's necessary.
yes, yes, and in terms of prayer, a lot of times people say, "Well, I don't know how to pray." You can just say, "Help me, Lord,
That's
help me."
simple. He's
You
not
know,
picky.
just that
Just
simple.
acknowledge him.
He'll know. He'll know
Yeah,
what you need.
absolutely.
He'll know
Absolutely.
what you need. So you can just say,
Absolutely.
"Help me," and he will help you. And I know that from experience as well.
And
Prayer
another word you
works.
can say, Jesus. There's
Yes.
so much power in Jesus.
Oh
Just that
my
one
God.
word. What?
Yes.
The devil
Yes.
will start trembling.
Yes.
Don't understand it.
Yes. Yes.
Jesus.
Preach,
Yeah.
girl.
Don't understand it. But
Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's true. You just gotta keep him first, even though it may get hard. You know, the road may get hard. You may lose sleep at night, just from things going on with family, business. But definitely stay the course and keep God first. He will definitely see you through. Definitely
Right.
see you through.
And sometimes I remember when I was in Kentucky, actually I'm in Kentucky right now, en
Yeah, you
route
ain't made
back to
you ain't made it
Atlanta.
home yet since
I'm getting
November.
there. I know, since November. But I remember things just weren't happening. It's like, Lord, why aren't things happening for me? And I heard just as loud and as clear as day, just like this. Well, Sarah was 90 when the promise was fulfilled.
Look at that.
And I'm
He'll
like,
make
wait a
sure you hear
minute.
that too. He'll
I
make sure you
heard
hear
it.
that. Oh yeah.
I heard it
Hmm.
loud and clear. And I was like, Lord, are you telling me I gotta wait until I'm 90 years old before stuff starts happening? Are you serious? I mean, I talked to him like that. Are you
Yeah, you
serious?
have to. You have to.
Yes. And
Because you
so it
just something like, really? Huh?
you're right. Exactly.
You
Exactly.
sure? Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Just
conversations
yeah.
like that with my father too. He's our
Yeah.
father. We can ask him,
Yeah.
say, why? God, really?
Exactly, exactly. And
Yeah.
then I
How did all that?
understood, yes. And then I understood what he was saying is, let patience have its perfect work.
Absolutely. I love
Things
that.
may not happen when we want them to happen, but they
Hmm.
always happen in God's time. And when they
Absolutely.
happen in his time, then it's perfect timing.
Oh my God. Like he's
Yes,
not gonna give you something small. He's gonna be like, you know what? This is what you've been waiting for. Bam, back to back to back to back to back. Because it's a season for everything, right? It's a season
yes,
for
yes,
everything. You
yes.
gotta be
And
patient
I
for your
can't
season.
wait. I
Gotta
can't
be patient for
wait.
your season. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is great. Okay. So,
We always have a good time, Vera. We always
yeah,
have a
we
good time.
do. We do. We do. We do. So Now I want you to kind of share with us a little bit about this. Well, tell me about this CEO on the Rise award that you received.
Yeah, so, I started my business back in 2017. Yeah, that was like my first award. I think I went up against 10 people, 10 to 15 people, young entrepreneurs, people that's going to be impacting the masses years down the line. And I won. Like, oh my God. I was so excited. Now, of course, this business trophy award is different from what you won in high school, right? High school, you
Right.
win awards all the time. When you start your business, and when you start a business, you're not confident because you're so used to being in corporate America. When you start your business, you get your first client, oh my God. You get your second client, oh my God. And someone thought enough of me to nominate me. I don't even know who nominated me, but you
Wow.
never know who's watching. You never
That's
know
right.
who's watching. So you can't get caught slipping. I won the award, excited, my first award, and then I got nominated the year after. Another guy won. I think he was a photographer. Yeah, he won. But I got nominated. Someone again thought about me to nominate me. Then of
And
course with
see,
the other event, the other awards, philanthropy, I'm like, what? Somebody nominate me for that? And then the Global Leadership Awards, like so many amazing, when I say amazing, phenomenal women from different backgrounds, different industries, I was up against like 25 women. When I found out I won, oh my God, global. This is not on a local level. This is global. This is freaking awesome. Yes, I meant to say freaking. This is freaking awesome. Like
that is
that put me on another level, another mentality. Like this was an international acknowledgement. Like I
that
had
is
a few. I want to say one person nominated me for philanthropy, and then I had like five nominations for leadership. And I'm sure
oh
it came from
wow.
my Atlanta chapter because they love me. We much like
Yes,
that, right?
yes,
So, but
yes,
it was
yes.
amazing just from the event, the awards that I've won. I'm just so truly blessed because they've grown me. They've actually shown me exactly how far I've come because I started 2017. Of course, I knew my craft, but did nobody else know it, right? So again,
Right.
you have to be patient, you have to be diligent, you have to be loyal, you have to be dedicated, and don't stop because trust me, someone is always watching. Even with the Marquis Who's Who in America, I didn't know who that was. They
Yes,
contacted me. I'm like, what? Really? Huh? And they do their research before they reach out to you.
yes,
So I
yes,
was like, what? And they're professional women? Like, what? God, do your thing. Again, I
yes.
dreamt this long, many years ago that I was going to be on this platform. I didn't know it was going to be at this magnitude, but I saw me like speaking in front of millions of people. God has prepared me for that. And He can also prepare you. Do not give up. Stay the course. Patience.
Absolutely.
Put
Let
in the
patience
work.
have its perfect
Put
work.
in the work because you
Yes.
never know who's watching. Never know who's watching.
That's the truth. That is the
Hmm.
truth. That is the truth. And normally we have comments going on. There may be people listening on other platforms that
Hmm.
I can't see the comments. So come on over to the Vera Thomas Show or DJ Grady Baby Radio and let's hear and see what it is that you're saying to us. Yes.
Yeah, come on over, have a party with us.
Yes.
Absolutely,
Join us. Join us.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. You got me in tears over here, Vera. Every time I start thinking and talking about my journey, it's like I'm in amazement.
Yes. Yeah. And
It's
that's
like I'm
because
sitting here is amazed, like, oh my God, this. And he never ceases to amaze me. It's like he outdo himself every time.
all the time, all the
Yeah.
time, all the time. And he's so awesome. He
Hmm.
is so awesome. And now you've also been in several magazines. Now, did you write an article in these magazines or you were featured in these
I would
magazines?
see. Well, the Real Women Atlanta magazine, I am editor, been editor since last year. Let me tell you guys how that started, right? So
Yes.
when I was first brought to the scene, shout out to Charmaine Moss. She's a publisher. She's like a second mom to me. I love you. I'm gonna call you too if you're looking, if you listen. Yeah. She actually reached out to me because I was on her talk show and talking about, just life, my journey, like like I always do, right? So she sent the email asking who want to be a contributing writer. Me, like wherever I do, that's my brand. It's like I want to get my business out there because if you don't, no one will know you. So there was another platform for me to do. So I started out as contributing, writer. Did that for about a few months. Then all of a sudden last year, she said, "Hey, LaKisha, I was thinking, she said, I want you to really pray about the direction God has you for the magazine. I'm like, huh? I was content with being the contributing writer.
Right.
So I prayed about it. I didn't get anything. So I don't want to say maybe a week later, I said, God, remember I asked you about the direction you want me to go with the magazine? He said, editor. I'm like, what? Editor? Mind you, never done editing in my life. I wrote books, yeah, co-authored all that. Editing? I'm like, oh, okay. So I called her. I said, oh, I heard from God. I said, am I your new editor? She like, I knew he would tell you. Huh? And that's what I'm saying. God moves in mysterious ways. Like
Yes, he
I met her
does.
almost 2 years ago, and here I am working close hand in hand. Phenomenal woman, phenomenal black woman, working with her as the editor. She's a publisher. Like this is another stepping stone God has me on. And
Yes.
again, it's a platform. And people may think I do too much, but all of it's part of my platform.
Right.
My
And
voice is what I need you guys
right.
to hear. My story,
Right.
because I'm going to impact one way or the other. It'd be the event
Yes.
planning, interior design, mentoring, speaker, the Real Women That Last Magazine, the National Black Mastermind Group, all that. Oh, and my
Yes.
Talks with LaKisha show. Y'all gonna hear my voice.
Yeah, I know
Everything that I
that's
do,
right.
you're hearing my voice. That's what
I
God
know
wants you
that's
guys to
right.
hear my voice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Darlene is my niece in
Hi,
Ohio.
Darlene.
And she says, God is intentional. Yes, he
Yes.
is.
Yes,
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 he is.
he
And
is.
he does not make a mistake. He
Never.
does not make a
Never.
mistake. So if you're
Mm-mm.
going through some stuff and you're wondering, why am I going through this? Know that God has a plan for you, that
Yep.
God is allowing you to go through what you're going through because there's something else He has for you to do. And in
Mhm.
order for you to do it, you got to go through this. You got to go through. And
It's
remember,
necessary.
going through, you're going through. So you will get past this. This
It's
too shall
necessary.
pass.
It's only
Yes.
temporary. Yep. It's not permanent.
Nope. It's all temporary. All
Mm.
temporary. Yes. Yes. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Darlene, for watching. I appreciate it.
Hey,
I
Darlene.
do. Yes. And now, LaKisha, we could just, oh my God, there's just so much. And now not only a speaker, but you're also a mentor. So let's talk about your
Yes.
mentoring.
My mentoring actually started after I won my first award, CEO on the Rise Award. A young lady looked me up on Instagram and she wanted me to mentor her. Like I said, you never know who's watching you. And I started mentoring her, and this is what I do. And I mentor without even knowing it. Just like with my assistant, I mentor her, my daughter, even the young millennials, because they're in the place where we were once before.
Yes,
And we're all older. We have to show them the right way. So my specialty is mentoring millennials because I want them to know it doesn't matter if you make mistakes. Continue the course. Like I tell everybody, continue your course. It doesn't matter how you start. It matters how you finish. And you will finish
absolutely.
a winner. You are a winner. So
Absolutely.
I do mentor younger women. That's my specialty. I love it. I mean, I'm not biased or anything. I just feel that we need women. We need support because, like I said, we wear many hats. We go through many things. And only as a woman, another woman will understand. An older one will understand what a younger woman is going through. So I like to mentor young women to let them know, hey, this right here, it didn't happen overnight. Nothing you want would happen overnight. This is a making, okay? And God is still not finished with me yet.
Absolutely. And you're a young woman. I mean, come on, you're
Well,
still a young woman.
I'm older. I'm not in my 20s, okay? I'm talking about the 20-year-old, the
I
millennials. But
understand.
I'm still young now. Don't get it
Yes,
twisted.
you are. Oh, I already know.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So you also now the Real Women Atlanta magazine, that's the one that you're now an editor for. Now
Yes.
are you seeking submissions, or how, if someone was interested in knowing more about that, how would they? Well, I know I put your information, it's
Oh, yeah.
scrolling now, and so you can reach her by email at ljames at mydesignerevents.com. You can hook her up on her website at www.mydesignerevents.com or on Instagram
Yeah.
Again, Designer Events by LaKisha on Facebook. LaKisha at Rake. Well, I can't. What is the
LaKisha
rest?
dot Rakestraw. Yeah, I used to be a Rakestraw, y'all, but now it's like LaKisha James. LaKisha James is my brand, but they kept my
Okay.
old last name, so LaKisha dot Rakestraw on Facebook.
Okay. Okay. And then Lenora just came on and she says, "Hi, sis. How you doing, Lenora? Thank
Hey,
you for
Lenora.
listening.
Thank you for
Thank you
tuning
for
in, honey.
listening. Yes, yes, yes. Well,
So
LaKisha,
yeah, we do have people. I'm sorry to cut you off there.
no,
We
go
are
ahead.
looking for contributing writers for different industries. If you guys want to submit, you guys can email me at ellajames@mydesignevents.com, and I'll make sure that we look it over and get with you. We're looking for individuals that have a huge following because I know we're looking for influencers. Basically, we're looking for influence that has a following that we can impact. Again, impact the masses is what we do, and of course, it's for ordinary women doing extraordinary things. That's the motto and that's the vision of the Real Women to Latin magazine. Ordinary women doing extraordinary things. There's a lot of ordinary women out here that's doing extraordinary
Hmm.
things and we want to push on a platform to showcase what you do. It can be a service or a product,
Absolutely.
you know?
And
Definitely want to showcase you on what you do.
absolutely. And I want to say to any of you out there, if something is kind of egging you on, thinking maybe I ought to try that, but then fear or doubt sets in,
Mm.
God has not given us a spirit of fear. And
Oh,
where
Jesus,
there is
preach on it.
and where there is doubt, there is no faith. So
Absolutely.
I want to encourage you, if you think you might be interested, send her an email
Hmm.
and tell her what it is you'd like to write about and get some feedback from her. So don't be afraid. God has not given us a spirit of
Absolutely.
fear. I just want to keep saying
Mhm.
that because a lot
Absolutely.
of times people end up not doing their or fulfilling their purpose or their dreams
Yep.
because they are fearing what might happen. Well, fear
Absolutely.
what might not happen if you don't do it. So we
Yeah.
also
And to piggyback off that, now you guys know me starting business 2017 is 2022. I've been in business next month on the 17th for 5 years. You guys know the platform I am on now. I'm freaking afraid. It's not stopping me though. If you're not afraid, you're not doing it. Okay. You should be afraid. It's going to make you better. You
yes,
have
yes,
to do it and be afraid at doing it because when you're afraid of doing it, you're going to be do the best that you can. Trust me.
absolutely,
I've lived it. I'm not telling you
absolutely.
anything I have not done. Not telling you anything I do not feel. When I get called for a speaking gig, like I spoke in Texas last what was it October last year. What? It was amazing, but I was freaking scared. It's like I hadn't done this before. But every time, even before I interview, even with Vera, every time I interview, it's like I get like nervous or something. I'm like, but I've done this before. So
Yes.
it's
And just
natural.
be
It's natural.
yourself.
That's
Just be
it.
yourself. That's
That's
it.
it.
Just be
That's it.
yourself.
That's
You
it.
know, it's when we try to be something else
Right.
that things don't work. You know,
Yeah,
you
it's
have to be
tired.
authentic. You have to be yourself. That reminds me of a story I might tell. But anyway, Frida Mathis says, "Hi ladies. Hi
Hi,
Frida."
Frida.
And then Lenore, she says, "I'm holding on by God's grace." Hey,
Hi,
God's
sister. I'm trying to
grace
tell
and
you.
mercy. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
remember I remember this time I was trying to impress somebody, right?
You're trying to impress somebody.
And we were watching this movie, and I wanted to say, and the plot thickens. And I
Hmm.
said, and the thought plickens.
Oh, wow. That is funny. It
And the
happens, so I
thing
do the same thing.
And see, that's when you don't want to try to act like something you're not. You don't want to. Phony is not where it's at. Let me tell you, phony
Right.
is not where it's at. Just be yourself.
Be
Just be
yourself.
yourself, and
Yeah, I
let
mean,
God do the work.
absolutely. When you're yourself, you're being authentic. Who doesn't want authenticity? You have to, because people
Absolutely,
can see right through it. People can see through
yes,
the fakeness. I know I can.
ab-
I'm sure Vera can
yes,
too. You got to be
yes,
your authentic
yes,
self and
yes,
trust and believe
yes.
you're always going to be you because no one is you. God made you especially for you. No one else can
Exactly.
duplicate
No
that.
one else can do what you do.
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
You gotta be
absolutely.
yourself.
Hmm.
Just be real. you know?
That's it.
So,
Authentic. It's the word for the day. Authentic.
yes, authentic is the word for the day. Authentic. Show your real self.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And oh my God. Now again, and I said this at the top, I'm gonna bring it back. This
Okay.
is Black History Month. And with all the things that you've done, you are definitely one for the history books.
Yes.
Because yes, you're one for the history books. And so in honoring Black History Month today, we honor LaKisha James. Yes, we honor
Say
LaKisha
it's only
James.
one. It's only one
It's
LaKisha
only,
James, just like it's only one Vera Thomas. Hey, it's only one of
yes,
us.
it's only one. And we
Absolutely.
need to be the best that we can be at all
Absolutely.
times. We may
Absolutely.
make mistakes. We may have our issues or whatever it is, but knowing that we are God's child
Oh my
and
God.
that He's in control. And
Yes.
and he will lead us, he will guide us. He said he would be a light unto our feet and a lamp unto our path. And I trust that. Now, yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Yes, it
And
was.
and so happy belated Valentine's
Happy belated
also.
Valentine's to you too, sister.
Yeah, thank you. But one of the things when we think about Valentine's Day, we think about love. And
Yep.
so I want people to, and I posted this on my page about love and what love is.
Hmm.
And so if we can try to live by that on a daily base, not just on a special occasion, but know that
Right.
love is patient, love is kind, love is
Hmm.
not puffed up, love is not anger. Love is not, and it's unconditional. When
Unconditional. Yes.
unconditional. And
Hmm.
so oftentimes we get attitudes towards people, and have conditions. I will like you if you do this. Well, no, love
Right.
that's not love. And even those that may,
Hmm.
he said, love your enemies. He even said, love your enemies. And
Yes.
that sometimes that's hard to do.
Whew.
But
Sometimes, all the time, sister. Woo. Yep. God still working with me on that. I see, I told you I'm a work in progress.
yes, but and having a forgiving spirit,
Absolutely.
being able to forgive. And we've both been through abusive situations and
Hmm.
what have you, but being able to forgive, that's where that peace, because you talked about peace earlier too. And
Absolutely.
that's where that peace comes in. When you know that you have forgiven yourself as well as others,
Hmm.
and not looking back. So oftentimes we can't move forward because we're constantly looking back. And if
Yep.
God intended for us to look back, he would have put eyes in the back of our heads. He
How
didn't
about
do
that?
that.
No, he
How
did
about
not.
that?
No, he did not. Yeah, I mean, you can't be in the past because you will never go into your future. It's like so many opportunities await you. So definitely look ahead and not look back. Just start walking. Just start walking. That's all
Walking
you have to
in
do.
your purpose.
That's it.
Walking in your purpose.
Look at there. And see, God gave me that because we was like, what's your title? I'm like, let me think about that. I said, thank you, God.
Yep,
Walking in my
walking
purpose.
in your purpose. And
Yep.
when you're walking in your purpose, I know you said people say, "Oh, you're doing too much," but when you're walking in your purpose, it's not like work.
Absolutely. Like I said, they're going to hear my voice one way or the other because that's how God has it. All this that I do, you still hear my voice. I'm not mute. I'm not going to keep my mouth shut. That's not God. That's not what God intended. Whatever platform you see me on, you're going to hear my voice. You're going to follow me like, you know what? I went through that. Let me, like I said, I'm the voice for the voiceless. Just start talking. You'll be
Yeah,
amazed.
yes,
It's
and
so much
tell your
healing.
story.
It's so much
Tell your
healing.
story.
Yep. Everyone has a story.
Absolutely, everyone has a story.
Everyone has a
And
story.
Angelo, he says, "What up?
What up? Hi,
What up?"
Angelo. Thanks for
Hi,
tuning
Angelo.
in.
Yes, thank you for tuning in. Thank you. We've got 5 minutes, and Time flies, doesn't it? Doesn't
It
it?
does. It does. It was one thing we didn't talk about though.
Okay,
My
let me
talk
hear it.
show. My talk
Okay,
show.
let's talk about that.
Well, y'all know it. So I started pre-production of my talk show on the I Am the Network. We're in pre-production. It's called Talks with LaKisha. I talk about event planning, mentorship, and book collaborations. So yes, I will definitely keep you guys updated on that. I'm so excited about it. And this is just something else where I say you guys want to hear my voice. You're going to hear my voice. No matter where I am, you're going to hear my voice. And of course, see my face because I gotta get some word out. I gotta touch some souls. I gotta save some souls before my time is up. So
Absolutely. And I
definitely
want to be on
look
your
out for
show.
it. See, and I'm gonna have there on my show. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, it's great. I'm just excited about it. Like I said, it's something I wanted to do. Of course, you have to get comfortable speaking in front of people, and trust me, it doesn't happen overnight. Like I said,
No,
my team, Atlanta chapter for the World Men's Conference Awards, they grew on me. Yeah, I had to sit in front of my team every week as a leader. Yeah, it really
I'm a
groomed me.
witness.
So I can talk all day
Yeah,
long. Okay. You may
yeah,
not like what I say sometimes, but it's all coming from the heart, you know, because I
yeah,
got y'all, I got you. So definitely,
yeah.
if you want to get in contact with me, look me up. Instagram. I don't have a personal Instagram page. Designing Bits by LaKisha on Instagram. Designing Bits by LaKisha on Facebook. Twitter, Design Plan for You. And LinkedIn, LaKisha James. Facebook, LaKisha.James. I'm sorry, LaKisha.Rickstraw. But you can look up LaKisha James. I have on a royal blue dress. I was actually speaking. The same royal blue dress that you guys saw on that flyer that
Yes,
my sister friend put out there. That
yes,
dress. When you see it, you know it's me.
yes. And Darlene, she says, can't wait until I can tell my story. Congratulations,
Yeah.
LaKisha, on the new show.
Thank you,
Yes,
darling. I need to hear your
yes,
story, honey.
yes, you do need to hear
Hmm.
her story. God has really done an awesome thing in her life. And
I
so,
love
yes,
it. I love
he
it.
has
I
done
love
an
it.
awesome thing in her life. And Dar, I am so proud of you because I know you're still going through, but you're going through and you
Temporary.
will get through. And it's temporary. Yes,
Absolutely.
it's
Absolutely.
temporary.
Hey, we stick
Yes,
together. I
yes.
am my sister keeper. I'm just saying. I'm my sister's keeper. I'm going to hold her. I'm going to support her.
Amen.
Pray for her.
Amen.
That's what we do as
Amen.
Black women. We
Yes.
have to. There's so much going on.
Absolutely. 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 So, darling, you're going to be on Lakeisha's show.
I want to hear your
You,
story, girlfriend. I got to hear your story. Hey, we need you to get out there to impact and
yes.
telling your story. It's
Yes.
going to help somebody
Yes.
that's not already helping.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, this has been awesome. And I want to conclude by saying to you, Lakeisha, when you give all to accomplish a task, there's no need to ask. That's your greatness. When you allow creativity to flow, everyone will know that's your greatness. When you share and give of yourself till little is left, that's your greatness, Lakeisha. Your greatness need not compare with anyone, anywhere. There's no need to compete with others you chance to meet. Your greatness is unique. It makes your life complete. Just be yourself and do your best. That greatness, your greatness, will stand the test.
I love that. I received that, sister.
Yes, yes,
All of it.
yes.
I'm embracing it, that. I love that. Thank you so much.
Awesome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, do you have any final words for us before we end this show?
Yeah, I think I could say a little something, something. Again, your past does not define your future or who you will become. Start the process and trust the process because it's necessary. Whatever you're going through, trust the process. Continue to walk. Get a support system. Start saying affirmations and better yet, pray about it. Ask God, why are you going through this? What are you trying to teach me? And also pray for wisdom. Because, like I said, your story is not for you, it's for someone else. And walk in your story, tell your story, and be your story. Be proud of your story because no one can be their story but you. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Definitely look me up on all social media platforms. Definitely love to connect, meet new people. Because, hey, someone is always watching. You never know. You never
You
know.
never know. You never know. And where wisdom is concerned, there is a scripture that says, if any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of God who giveth liberally and
Mhm.
upbraideth not. Trust that. Trust that. And with that,
Absolutely.
stay loving, stay kind, and please remember, let your light shine. God bless you, and thank you for being here. And LaKisha, I'll see you in the back room.
You already
God
know,
bless
girl. We got
you.
to chop it up.
Yes, yes. God bless. Talk to you next week. Bye bye. Oh, wait, we got a comment here. Let's see what it is.
Uh-oh.
Great
What y'all got?
show. Frida says, great show. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you
Frida.
very much. All right. We'll see you all next week. Goodbye.
The Vera and Thomas Show. 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 Let's talk about it. 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 Let's talk